Board there, and then
Like we're getting lazier each time with it. Nobody gives a fuck.
and a 3, 2, and a 3, 2, 1. Oh! I should have already. Why did I count down for that?
I don't know. Nobody knows why you do anything. Get it, Dave. It's Thursday on a Thursday.
And then I fade it out.
All right,
Welcome, everyone, to Failing with Style, an irreverent podcast about off-the-cuff thoughts, reviews, and the struggle of a group of lifelong friends attempting to maintain friendships?
Hell yeah.
Hold on, is that what you say every time? Just different inflection?
Pretty much, yeah. Through the harsh reality of life constantly pulling them apart and talking massive amounts of shit to and about each other.
Good.
Yeah. I'm one of your hosts. I'm Tim. I'm joined here by Gravy Dave.
Gravy Dave.
Gravy Dave.
Sorry.
Ty.
Hey, man.
And Talix.
Hello.
How is everybody today?
Buck Bacaw.
I was on the phone with Clara earlier, and in the middle of her telling me something, she's like, I just got chopped. I was like, what? She said I got sliced. I was like, what? By Harry? I was like thinking he had a sword. I was like, put him on the phone. And he's like, what's up? And I was like, did you just slice Mom? He's like, I chopped her, like, with my hand. And I was like, oh, dude, you're going to get it when I get home. He goes, what are you going to do, old man?
Oh, shit.
Nice.
Which I was messing, like, we were joking, but he was like, what are you going to do? He called me old man, and then basically, like, just proceeded to punk me out, like, little bitch, hey, why don't you come do something about it, Dad?
Yeah, roll initiative, motherfucker.
Yeah.
We're going.
Yeah.
So I beat his ass when I got home.
Yeah, as you should. Yeah,
you're like-
immediately.
Not only
Dude, never in my mind would I have said that to Dad.
Right?
Yeah,
And that,
exactly.
like, what are you going to do, old man? The honest, and my first reaction, as soon as he said it, I was like, that is hilarious. I get, like, Clara took the phone back and I was like, we got some cool kids.
Like, look here, fuckboy.
not only do I have alert, I have depression as well.
I remember my pops would do that shit with me and my two older brothers, except he'd go, it's not fair. There's only 3 of you. And he was right. Yeah, he was right. He would absolutely end our fucking
Pull out
lives.
a gun.
Yeah. No, he didn't have to, man. He's a fucking beast.
I've got my portable, like, hole puncher gun over here, so
Is that like a No Country for Old
Yeah,
Men?
exactly what I was thinking too. Yeah.
exactly that.
Davey, why don't you read down some topics, big dog?
Just the viewer requested ones.
Yeah,
let's
talk
do
about
it.
diner culture.
Let's burn through. Let's speed run some viewer ones. How about
I like that idea. Speed run. How many viewer requests do you have?
Hang on.
All right, before we get serious, though, here's my David question. What is the smallest coin you think you could pick up with your butt cheeks?
Butt cheeks?
Yeah.
flat on the ground?
Yeah, that
No,
was gonna say
the coin will be standing up.
Coin
We'll say that,
orientation.
yeah.
Oh, a dime. Yeah.
Oh,
No way.
easy. What's smaller than a dime?
Silver dollar.
You're like, no, I know there's a button.
Because
Button.
stipulated the orientation of the coin, because if it was flat on the ground, like I have to then think about like my butt vacuum wind. You know what I mean?
If it's
Butt vacuum wind?
if it's flat on the ground, it's like a half dollar.
You know,
but
yeah, I
on
was like,
edge,
you're not boofing
dime.
it.
well,
It's
Well, you are.
I don't want to
Yes and no.
describe.
you're not. Yes
Yeah.
and no.
I don't want to describe like reverse queefing or anything on the podcast because like, we want to keep it like family friendly here, guys.
Yeah, that's
honestly.
what we do around here. Yeah, we keep it family again. I'm gonna say
For all those people queefing out their assholes. You know?
I'm gonna say a
reverse
dollar coin, but the Sacagawea one.
Ooh,
That's not bad.
Yeah.
that's not bad.
Yeah.
I would take like I don't know, like a Wisconsin quarter or whatever.
I was gonna say a double eagle.
All right, so I open up Slack just so I can burn through some of these. Viewer question.
Hold on. Did you ask the office?
No, people just have started to
okay.
just offer themselves to me,
just-
which is great because I know our content's real stale. You know, so I was like,
That doesn't mean they're listening, though.
I was
right?
like, hey,
I
you.
don't think so.
Hey,
I really don't think they are. I think they're just like, hey, you guys have a podcast, talk
Okay,
about this.
So
Thanks, viewers out there. We really appreciate that. Everyone on the Patreon tonight, thank you for
Yeah. Shout out to the Patreon subscribers.
also, we do have a sponsor tonight.
Yeah.
Is it Pizza Hut?
It is not Pizza Hut. Unfortunately, no pizza place. Pizza Hut did not reach out.
What? Fuck Pizza Hut.
Yeah,
then.
if you go to arribrewing.com and use promo code, what was the promo code?
Jizz Snacks,
Jizz Snacks, you will get 20%
one word,
off,
no caps.
6 H's.
20% off your next bulk t-shirt order. T-short, not T-shirt. T-short, to be very clear.
It's a very specific.
They're not
what is the
sleeveless shirts or T-shirts. They're right in the middle.
Well,
It just covers the shoulder.
T-shirt. They used to be called muscle tees back in the day, but
now that's a T-shirt.
that's a T-shirt.
Yeah, there's not enough sleeve to roll your cigarettes up. You know what I'm saying? I think.
Well, that was intentional. More on drugs.
All right, fire away.
Here we go. All right, I'm just going to read these as they came to me.
Sure.
Rare, or medium on a nice steak from a trusted cook/restaurant. Any other
fuck off.
choice is treason.
Rare.
Mid-rare.
Mid-rare.
Next.
Cool.
Who was that?
I'm not.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that.
This person technically doesn't exist in this universe, so if you know what I mean.
Nate, look up who says that.
Hey, Nate, yeah, look who sent me this on the, anyway. Chicken and dumplings, pillow or noodle style dumplings.
Ooh, pillow all day long.
Pillow too.
I like
Give me the
both.
drop biscuits.
Yeah, I mean,
I like both.
Of course, we all like both.
That's yeah.
I don't actually. I do not like rolled
Anyway, so
biscuits or rolled dumplings. This is not my thing.
Yeah.
Pillowy is better.
This one just says: Is Chicago dish deep dish pizza? Yes or no?
Yeah.
That's the question.
Say that again.
Is
Chicago style?
Is Chicago style deep dish pizza?
Yeah.
Pizza, yes or no?
Yeah.
Deep dish pizza.
It's 100%.
Pizza.
Well, I
Or
don't
is
know,
it a casserole?
Because
It's not a casserole.
okay, hold on. Read the question again.
Yeah.
It's worded poorly.
Yeah.
Is Chicago deep dish a pizza or not?
I gotcha.
Yes, it is.
Technically, yes.
Yeah.
It can be
not
considered
good.
a casserole, but I mean,
don't think
pizza casserole is
I
still
don't think
a pizza,
it can be
right?
a casserole because there's
Why
too much.
not?
There's too much bread. Like a casserole doesn't
Is
like
deep dish a casserole?
you know what I mean.
You don't
what
have to
what
ask
other
Google,
casserole
that's
has
I'm not,
has
ask my
base
phone.
of like hey, this sits on this because
Oh, so you're saying if it has a bottom to it, it's not really a casserole, essentially? Is that what you're
Yeah.
Or at least is in the
Would that
volume.
be a pie then?
What's a quiche then?
I could. I mean, it's flan. Flan. Excuse me.
That's my joke.
But I think what you said.
It'd be
a pie,
more like a pie,
or
like a-
cakey,
like a
not
chicken-
really
like a
cake.
chicken-
Pizza pie.
Yeah.
Pizza pot pie. Yeah.
Congratulations,
It's not a
you
pot
milked
pie, then.
45 seconds of conversation out of that one.
Who was that? Congrats.
Anyway,
give him a
this
shout
is
out.
the same person. So, as a topic, this just says browned butter for a superior cookie, or be basic bitch and not brown the butter. No question mark or anything. Just
That's just
That's a statement.
all right.
Yeah.
You guys like brown butter and cookie, Tyler?
I like brown
It's
butter.
great.
Awesome.
Brown
Tim?
butter, period.
Love
Yeah.
it. Alex,
I don't see butter in terms of color.
hate that. All right.
Wow, you just made us out to be racist. That's fantastic.
I thought we were talking about diner culture.
Yikes.
Actually, that's the new dog whistle. Anyway,
You can't just whisper it. It's on the podcast. Like,
the next one was do you get naked to take a shit was one of them.
No, I don't.
Okay. Like,
have you ever though? That's a
Like,
absolutely.
Yeah. Have I taken a shit naked? 100%. But
I'm
every time I
37.
shit, no, I do not.
Am I? I think that's right.
Yes, you're 37. You'll be 38 this year.
okay. What was the context in which you shat naked?
well, I mean, no,
Is it just before you hop in a shower, or is it you just like, Jesus Christ, like I need to take this fucking clothes off?
If I'm in public, I get naked.
Yeah,
That's.
yeah, most
if I'm
of
at home, I'm good.
Most of the time, I have somebody cutting my clothes off because I know it's going to be a war crime.
Like Jaws of Life
Yeah.
kind of style. Yeah.
When they get in here.
I guess, yeah, if it's involuntarily shitting because you're like, your body's like failing.
Involuntarily shitting?
But it's still like, if you start shitting while clothed and the EMS people or
Yeah.
EMP, no, what are they?
EMPs?
EMS.
Yes.
Yeah, emergency medical services. If those folks
The Narcan
are,
people, yeah.
If you're, they're like, yo, put the Narcan away. This guy's just shitting. Like,
What did you take? What did you take? My
Taco Bell.
stomach.
It's just Taco Bell.
yeah, but if you start defecating while clothed and someone is removing your clothes, is that kind of the same thing?
That's
No,
voyeurism.
because
And it all comes
voyeurism.
full fucking circle, baby.
I feel like it's not, because the question is definitely worded like how a little kid has to get butt ass naked to poop.
We'll have one of those here in a minute.
Okay, well, what?
How many kids do you like to watch shit?
I will say this.
The answer is zero.
I, as an adult male, has had this conversation with other adult males who literally have to take their fucking entire clothes off in order to take a shit.
Really?
Therapy.
Yes.
Who?
Yes.
Talk to
That's
someone.
JJ.
I am not going to call them out, Dennis and Jabari. On this podcast, I would never do that.
Did you say and?
Yes.
And?
Yes, and two human males
They'll need to find Jesus.
that would, and it's not every time, obviously, but sometimes they're just like, I don't know, they're just fucking saying Hail Marys and like, doing the fucking cross. And
Assess your life. What do you do? What do you do?
I know a dude who has to shower after every time he shits.
Well, that's different.
Every single time.
Is it?
No, I mean yes, but nothing.
I mean, other than we're talking about like,
Does he have to shower or does he has to shower? Like,
He will only shit at home, and he has to take a shower afterwards.
Like, hold on, because
I don't know. I know what you're about to ask. I'm not sure.
got it. There could be like in his
like-
brain, I need to do this because I have a mental disorder, or it could be like it's like
It's so aggressive.
emergency.
There's so much diarrhea backsplash on my butt.
every fucking time.
Do you ever get weirded out where poop stains are on the toilet and
Yes.
you're like, yeah, okay, yes, okay, we're here.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome, lock it in. So like, here's the thing. I know where mine land usually, and then I'll look and not to.
I like the qualifier there. Usually,
Well, I mean, sometimes they they
always
go
an
awry. Like,
AC-130's overhead right now. But then I see some like in front of where the commode hole is, if you will, and I'm like, how do you do that? Like, what kind of? Where's your number? Where's your butthole?
Well,
It's
like for sure.
That's farting diarrhea.
install a camera.
It's like walking pneumonia.
Install a camera.
Just do a playback.
All right,
That way
cool.
you can.
Oh god.
Hey, what's the Wi-Fi password here? I need to install a camera.
Ignore the cord.
It's a very obvious.
No, it's
this
like-
isn't voyeurism.
It's
okay?
it's an old '80s security camera.
Actually, how about
Not even that. It's like a '90s fucking tape cam. It's just
Like,
you gotta-
the shoulder cam.
yeah, you gotta like replace the fucking tape
It's
inside of it.
CCTV. There's a monitor, so you sit down.
You think I'm
and you're like,
hardwired into the shitter? Like,
I mean, might as well go.
I
all
would
the
not
way.
put it past you, David. I would
Was
not
that was
put it
that
past
all
you.
of
people
your?
no,
Okay.
people think I'm fucking weird. I was talking about this with Amelia recently. I'm like, I feel like people think that I'm weird.
Weird. Why would they get that
I don't know. Anyway.
impression?
Moving on.
Oh, I remember. Okay, so the other one was when you are going. The end result is you're going to be naked. Do you take off your pants first all the way and then your underwear off all the way, or do you take your pants and underwear off all at the same time?
I take my pants off, then my underwear off because I'm a fucking adult.
yeah.
I will say there is a scenario in which you can take them off together.
Sex.
If you're on fire.
I mean, maybe, but I'm just gonna say if you're going,
That's what I do.
If you're gonna
arms
get,
on fire, pants off.
if you're gonna
with
get
underwear.
if you're gonna get dressed again right after, and you're like,
Sex.
cool, yeah.
Yeah, that's about it.
Wait,
I
on.
mean,
I don't do that, so I don't
thank
know.
you.
Yeah.
Guys,
I wear
celibacy
my pants during.
2025. Let's fucking go.
It really is the only
that's why
way.
they have zippers.
I know. I just stick my wiener through the hole, then I don't
okay.
have to take my
So
pants off.
while
my
we're
pants.
fucking gross.
While we're on that, so we were at Alcove, like
Yeah.
this,
It was Whitney's birthday.
You know this
Yeah.
is going. We're like,
Jesus.
happy birthday to you, and then we turn to our right and say, where do you pull your dick out to piss? This is a very common topic, and time again. Now that audience at that time is, part of the.
It's literally everybody in this room and Thomas.
Tim wasn't there. Were you there for that conversation?
Tim was
I was not there for that
no,
conversation,
we pulled a
but
whole
I was there.
Yeah,
we
I know
pulled a
you're
whole
there.
bunch of people about where do
Yeah,
you
dude, people
extract
were in
your
and out.
penis
Shitload of
when,
people were in
you're
and out
going
of
to
that conversation.
urinate.
I'm 100% sure.
And the majority of people, even whenever we're gaming, I asked Matt the other night, I was like, where does it come out of? And he was like, I go over the top or I go over the waistband. And I'm like, but there's
Why?
like a thing right there. But Thomas is the weird. I'll name drop it. I don't give a fuck. Thomas doesn't listen to this. So like he said, I pull it just out the leg part. And I was like,
The
Yeah, he
leg
did
part?
that to be reactionary.
Oh,
Though. It was a whole thing. It's like it's either
Like of his
my
boxers?
Dick,
Like-
it's either my dick is so big joke or it's
Oh,
my
I gotcha.
shorts are so short joke.
I'd say it depends on like I'm wearing chef pants right now. I would go over the waistband, obviously.
sure.
But if I'm wearing jeans and I have a fucking belt on, no, I'm just gonna unzip my pants and fucking
I think
whip my tiny dick out.
It's specifically through the underwear. Does it go over the top or through the front? No, not all underwear.
Again, it depends on what pants I'm wearing.
I didn't think this was going to be such a I'm just torn at this one. Now, I understand that as time goes on, fashion is taking away the barn door in the front
Sure.
Hate it.
of men's underwear. Yeah, totally, because then I'm forced to go through the leg.
Big old pee-pee. He got big pee-pee. Big old pee-pee.
Big old dick, Diffy Dave.
Big
That's why I go out in the
baby is what they call him.
But I truly thought I was like, they make a thing for this, just use it, because I'm thinking that you're just like ruining your underwear by going waistband out, waistband out, waistband out. These, it's fucking rubber bands in there and like maybe some silicone or whatever. That's like, you just
maybe it's a status thing. Like, oh, I go over the top because I make enough money.
Oh, just to burn through.
Yeah, I can burn through.
If it's a status thing, I'm pissing my pants to a certain time.
Hell yeah, dog.
Okay.
Just fuck my pants and my socks.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Because I'm so rich that I can afford my socks.
Fuck my pants and my socks. And you know what? Fuck everybody in this room.
And I look at and I gaslight everyone, and I'm like, they were made like this.
And I'm gonna,
You pissed your pants.
and I'm just gonna stare at them the entire time while I'm pissing.
I just really didn't
Buy me a beer.
I maybe there was a couple of weirdos out there that were going to go over the top and one through the leg or whatever. But no, the majority of people were like over the top. And I'm like,
I do remember
you're
this
pulling your
conversation.
panties down over your dick and balls at least your dick, every single time. I'm like, you're wearing them out. You're just burning money. And this is coming from like money
Also,
man Dave.
From a guy who burns money.
Balls have absolutely no business being out during a piss.
Yeah, I mean, because then you gotta like grab them and shake them.
Yeah.
You shake your balls?
You like, get all the pee out.
Thank you. I
You
was
gotta
hoping.
tug them a little bit.
I was hoping someone was going to make a pee and balls joke right then.
See, I keep my balls inside because my dick is so small that it just like arcs off of my balls, if that's the case.
Shit. No, I get you.
Yeah.
Get you,
So
get
like,
you, get you.
if,
I just get pissy balls.
Beer name.
see, my thing.
Pissy
Oh,
ball-
yeah.
I'll take the pissy balls, Tim. What?
Tim, what I imagine.
What
more
hot profile
like
was
your
that again?
Balls are actually inside you, like when
No,
you
I
pop,
got
when you pop
huge
your
balls,
ears,
dog.
you can pop your balls up,
No.
just like
Huge balls, tiny penis. Yeah.
You're talking about the actual testicle?
Yeah, that's what I thought he was talking about
That's
first.
disgusting.
Oh yeah.
Next topic.
So, pants on the rear stuff. That was just such a fucking waste of time question.
Was that it?
Don't.
Do you take your shoes off first or your pants?
All right, let me check the. The problem is like we just.
Pants. Every time.
A question like that, if somebody legitimately asked that question, I like to my face, I don't. I'm mad right now.
Do you sleep with your jeans and socks on, like just your jeans?
That's like you're trolling me. But if somebody was like, "No, do you take your shoes off before you take your pants off?" I'm like, "What the fuck
Dude, it's
did
on
you just
site.
say to me?"
It's on
what
site.
Like, you need to walk away from me right now.
You made an enemy.
I'll do a little like YouTube clickbait or whatever. Like, hey guys, first 17 minutes in, make sure to stay to the end whenever we talk about diner culture. Anyway. I mean,
Also, this one needs to end with like, but for real though, diner culture. And then
you want me to edit this? God damn! Okay, so here are the actual ones that took time.
David actually came up with some good topics this week. Oh, don't roll your fucking eyes at me. You.
We're getting back to Alfredo and tomato sauce.
No, we're not, because that is fucking objectively wrong.
What is it?
Is stroganoff good, or is it the best cheese?
stroganoff this.
What was that?
Wait.
Like
At lunch?
the prompt was from you.
Pizza or stroganoff or something like that. And it was tacos. It was
Yeah.
tacos.
tacos and stroganoff, and I kept losing this battle to people that are obviously just way more like the dumb or
It's like
whatever.
stroganoff is one thing, and you go, no, yes, so are tacos, beef or chicken.
Yeah, he did, 100%.
And then I said, that's two, and you go, not me. And you walked away.
Walked away.
You're like pork, and he just, I'm done.
All right, here it goes. I'm gonna read these off, and then we can just kind of ramble through them. But you know how we do. What's the most embarrassing thing you've ever done?
Okay, David, go ahead.
You just want to
Yeah.
just want to stop and
Do
go?
it,
Okay.
yeah. Because you said I'm so curious about this. I have to stop.
Really?
Because before we even started this, we were reading the topics, and you're like, "Oh, I got that one in the bag. I got that one in the bag." So I want to hear what you have to say on this one.
I have a I'll do mine, and then I'll do the other couple that are in my head because I've had some pretty embarrassing moments. So
No.
you don't say. So okay. My parents got divorced.
Was that your fault?
My dad turns to me, just broken guitar in hand. Okay, so mom is on to her she's divorced and she has 2 kids, one of which is me. Whoops. I'm seeing her on Sunday. I can't wait to see her.
She lost in the divorce, had to get both the kids.
I know. It was like anti-custody. It was like, please, somebody take them. Please, God. So
Mom got to keep us. She made me live with Dad.
it was a Christmas dinner, and you two already know this one.
Yeah.
But like,
this is it. Your mom is remarried at this point?
Mom is only dating Jerome Hodap. You know who
Damn.
you are out there. Jerome.
We're not supposed to name drop.
Don't matter.
Cool.
I wasn't just a very quick aside. Actually, no.
No,
I'll
you
say it.
can.
I was just, do you remember when we saw him at the Grail?
I do.
And we had this joke of like,
Dad.
Dad, where you been?
but it was
Anyway.
This
This is gonna make sense to nobody. So anyway, Mom's dating a guy, and he also left it in too long and had some kids, and this man is divorced because his ex-wife is a lesbian, so he's very sensitive about don't say, Mom's like prepping her kids, don't say that's gay, don't be like mention things are gay, just don't just delete gay out of your mouth. Like, little does she know, she's just filling that fucking gas tank up.
100%,
I wasn't even thinking about that.
Yeah, I was like, that's hilarious, Mom. I was looking for ammo and you just fucking loaded my clip up, cuz. Like, this is great. So, we're driving, it's over in Louisville, fancy Louisville. We're just from Southern Indiana, so we're going over there, and I meet the family. Hey, how you doing? My sister is there as well. She's way funnier than I am. Is the current canon or whatever. And if Nate's listening, he's not.
Nate, will you listen?
Hey, Nate, can you look up if my sister's funnier than me? So, I mean, it's a pretty simple one, but basically, we're in the middle of dinner and something just jolts through my body, and I stand up. I stand up at a small gathering.
Christmas.
At a small Christmas meeting the other family that Mama might marry at some point. And I said,
Spoilers, she did.
Yeah, she did. Which is why I knew his name. But is this a bad time to announce that I'm gay? It's exactly... And you know that way that like Stewie Griffin like tilts his head or like looks up at somebody? My sister did exactly that. And man, like, it was one of those, it was before I knew the phrase like know your audience, I just like, because like I was expecting like up just people flipping the fucking table like, no way, he's so fucking funny, no fucking way he went there, whoa, so edgy. Richard Pryor, never could have, George Carlin, never heard of him, David fucking Williamson. I always call my comedy like situational. I was like, or just really specific, whatever you're like.
Hyper niche is more like
your
it.
stupid little niche pain point in your life. I'm like, I'm just going to say that in your face and see what you say. and then gaslight you that you're stupid.
I think that's called bullying.
I don't know.
Yeah, he tells me every day, like, good luck feeding your kids. I can't believe you accepted this job. Like, I'm like, sick.
Over and over and over. So that was one. So that was just fucking, just absolute. Well,
what happened? Did they just utter
the
silence?
The car ride home was complete silence until we got home, and Mom was like, and if you know my mom, she's just like, I really don't appreciate how you went directly against what we talked about in the car, and I was like, Mother, that's kind of a thing. Like, I feel like
honestly, Melanie, this is on you.
I was like, I feel like as the adult in the room, I feel like you don't know me. All right. For this next one, I'm gonna interrupt and say the F slur instead of the actual F slur. So, all right, spoiler warning. So, I'm at Boy Scout camp, right? And
fuck.
I don't think I know this one.
Yeah, you're fine.
Fuck.
So on previous camps, because I pre-Eagle Scout obviously, and canonically Eagle Scout, the only one in the room.
Alex, do you have
weird
anything to
flex.
say to that?
Okay.
Alex is just shaking.
Come on. Some of the other boys were bullying another boy, as is tradition or whatever, because we just make Spartans out of men, out of Boy Scouts, obviously.
That's what an Eagle Scout is.
Yeah. And so they were calling him the F slur over and over and over again, and he got sad and just ran to an adult, and one of the adults came back, and I was eating a lot of eggs that day, and we're gathered around the fire.
I hope there's context to that.
Egg.
Okay.
No, it's just
Got it.
I mean, it's just getting it in. On previous ones, I didn't. Whenever I'm out of the house, this is kind of back to the pooping thing. I don't like I don't like doing it in public. So like I didn't like shower or like shit for an entire week or whatever. But
For a week?
well, yes, yeah. And then mom took me home because anyway. So we'll get to that. But they were like. The adult in the situation was like, everybody gather around the fire, and it's like, you can't treat people like this, or like,
We're gonna take this bullied kid
or like whatever.
and put him up on a stage, and we're gonna talk about him like he's not here.
Don't talk to him like that. And anyway, I was like,
Who cares if he's an F slur? We don't say it to his face. If it was anything like my Boy Scout troop.
And I was like, hey, Kimberly, or whatever, Miss Bleh, whatever her fucking name was. And I just farted for 15 fucking straight seconds. Just like thunderclaps. And like birds were scattering from trees from miles away. Dust was coming off of mountains and shit. But it was just this sound of a fart just forevermore. And she was like, you have got to sit over there and I'll come get you. So after they LGBTQ, screamed at a kid, and then I farted my way out of that one. What else was cool? Those are my two easy to go to, embarrassing things. Did you guys have any embarrassing moments or anything in your life?
No, not one.
Tight. All right.
Moving on.
Shit in my pants dirt bike riding was pretty rough. We had a lot of sausages for lunch that day.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, Dad brought that little grill, and I don't know why he was like, let's eat Polish sausage at lunch and then dirt bike ride. And we were riding, and I was like, man, my stomach hurts. I was like, I think I got a fart, and I stood up on my bike, and I fucking shit my britches. Nice. That is the biggest shit I've ever taken in my life. And then I had to catch up to you all, who were way ahead of me, flag Dad down. I had to get off.
He's like, sit down. He's like, no.
Got off my bike, took my pants off, threw my underwear in the woods, and then continued to shit for like 10 minutes. What? Yeah, dude.
I have a shit one too, actually.
I was dropping piles.
Back in college. And what's funny is I was thinking about this. The bed in college at Crestwood?
No.
Hillside?
Hillside, thank you. The Hillside house. So Hillside house, that bed was off of the fucking street. It was a queen size mattress because on move out day, people would pile all of their belongings that they don't want to.
I forgot about that, and thinking about just the sentence you said, the bed, the mattress was off the street.
Yep.
And we were like, don't do it. And you were like, nah. And we were like,
whatever.
Yeah, literally. That's it. We've exhausted all of the options here.
There's already an entire ecosystem of someone else's because beds over time they double and triple in weight because of your fucking moisture off your body or whatever. So that already occurred to that one.
I didn't.
And then
know
I picked
that.
it up.
Is that true?
It's true. Yeah, your mattress will double or triple in weight.
God.
Based off of your skin oils and skin particles and stuff.
Neat.
Because you sleep on it for years and years, decades sometimes. Anyway, so I had a decades-old shit piss bed. and I was sick, and or I guess I didn't know how sick I was or whatever, and I trusted to fart straight diarrhea the bed. But you don't know how deep it goes because I don't have a mattress cover on that thing. I don't have an actual protective pad or anything.
Put the mattress.
That would have been amazing. I probably just spun it. I was like, well, that's kind of that's where my shit and feet go.
Well, what kickflip when
I
Pop
screamed
just
dual barrel roll and only spun it one.
Sleeping on his mattress the long way. It's just a long way.
I don't have an embarrassing shit story. I will tell you one about my dad real quick. So I call him my dad. He's my stepdad. He's been my dad since I was 9 years old. But we were traveling to California one time. I used to live in Vegas, so we'd travel to California and we'd come back. We were coming back one time, and it was cold as shit. It was actually snowing. It was cold as fuck. I remember that. And we pulled into this gas station. And Dad was like, all right, you pump the gas. I got to take a shit. And so Nick and I, my brother and I, stood outside and we were pumping the gas. And I see my dad inside. And he comes out. And he's just like, he goes, the bitch won't let me in the fucking bathroom. And he was like, what? Why? And he goes, because I have to buy something. So he like grabbed his wallet and like walked back inside. And then he like put a pack of gum on the counter, and she's like still wouldn't give him the fucking keys.
Oh my God.
And so he went, all right. And he walked over to where like they like serve food and shit. He grabbed a bunch of fucking napkins. He walked outside, went behind where the dumpsters were, and took a shit on the fucking ground and like wiped his ass. But it was so cold, the ground was frozen, that the shit was like steaming and like rolling across the parking lot.
Oh my God.
Nice.
I didn't factor in the cold part of the story.
That's why I was trying to say, like the ground was frozen, so it was just a steaming pile of shit. Was just like, he's like, all right, guys, we gotta go.
We're gonna now.
Yeah, we just like
Dad breaking his ribs is pretty fucking funny.
Funny. Yeah.
How?
Dirt bike riding.
But it like we were out
He
riding.
says he screams Superman that you and fucking
It was awesome. No, he rode up, and the story that he gives is that we were on very sandy soil, and his front tire washed out, and he laid over his bike, and the way he fell, his elbow hit him in the ribs, and it was like broke 2 of his ribs, and was immediately like, supposedly
Gasping
when
for
you break
air.
your ribs, you feel like you can't breathe, and you turn into a total bitch for a while. So
And so he is when he has a fever too.
yeah. So
does he break his ribs every time he has?
No,
a
he's
fever?
like, oh, I'm so sick. I'm like,
or like
dude,
clips
I will
his
say,
nail
'cause
too
you're
close.
never gonna listen to this. I've got to.
my dad, you're running 99. Get over it.
He went to the hospital a few weeks ago because he had a bellyache.
Dude, I was roasting him so hard.
And, dude, it was oh my God, it was so ridiculous. First off, I'm sitting in the ER with him, and he's in bright blue pants and like a like I can only describe as Goku orange. So he's literally in the same color scheme, and I'm sitting there just like, why the fuck do I have to be here right now?
I'm
And he
running
goes
my
up.
card. It's a mazel tov.
Wait. Did you bring him candy as well?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
And I ate it and left it.
Amelia was like, Tyler brought his dad candy at a stomach ache visit. I was like, that is fucking mental, dude.
Yeah.
That's so good.
It's even better when he got a shot of morphine. He's laying in the hospital bed, and I took a picture and he edited on my phone and just put gay.
Wait, like
I'll
of
show
him
you.
or a selfie?
Oh, no,
I'll show you. I'll pull it up.
And then Alex made it even better and put sunglasses on Dad.
And just like send it to like the family group photo or the
Like literally, dad was in the text. And he was like, "Why are you making fun of me,
I love that he was in that.
bro? You went to the hospital with a bellyache.
Yeah.
like
And you're telling them 10 out of 10 on pain. Like, there's gunshot victim wounds.
Yeah.
Like, just,
like 7, you know.
let me find the photo.
God, that is so ridiculous.
here it is.
Most of my embarrassing moments like
I'll-
involve women, I guess, but like
I only have the one that I made.
All right, give me a second.
Oh, you both got like the raw image and then started editing it and putting it. Okay,
Yeah, dude,
Nice.
we were in the ER. What else were we gonna do?
I was bored.
What am I supposed to do? Fucking
Look, here's
roast
the
the
thing.
patient? Duh.
we knew he was fine.
I know. And they like his diagnosis was PF Chang's or whatever. You know, it's just like,
Sammy was like, y'all are brutal. Oh, here we go.
that is. And Tyler just showed me the actual photo.
All right, here's mine.
That is mayhem.
Mine's the exact same, but
looks
I
like
put him in
he's dead.
sunglasses.
Could we not do this on the podcast? Like
No,
nobody can fucking
already
see this.
did.
Yeah.
Nobody can see this, guys.
Guys, make sure to check out the Patreon. So
Yeah,
you
if
can
you
see
could
what.
subscribe.
Oh my god, that is mayhem, dude! I cannot wait to send my. Well, I guess if my dad's dead, I can't send it to him. But like whenever he does go, like next year or whatever,
Spam the chat.
yeah, just be like, let's fucking go. What are the Monarchs going to do? You know? Anyway,
Any other topics?
oh yeah. What advice would you give to your younger self? Man, we just went off of like embarrassing. Now it's like, what advice would you give your younger self?
Oh man,
Just call it here.
I did not have this one canned. I have to think about it.
Don't drink and drive.
Just
that's easy.
Why, Tyler?
Because I went to jail.
Because jail's fucking tight. Yeah.
I would tell myself, just stop, just give up. right now.
Like that's the advice you would give your younger self is just give up.
Absolutely. No.
I think I would look at myself
finish school.
and say, cooks aren't cool.
Yeah.
You don't want to be a chef. And then, like, I if I could show him me now, you know what I mean? Like, my 17, 18-year-old self, and, you know, he'd be like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
You know that one time you thought about being a firefighter? Just stick with that.
I was the thing. I have a
Also, do all of the cocaine. You love it. It's fantastic. Don't ever stop.
Yeah. Just,
don't ever stop.
Yeah.
I like this advice. This is good.
Yeah.
What were you going to say, Alex?
I like kind of for real. I have a thing of like if you were like if any of us were to be able to change our past selves, there's a very good chance that like us sitting in this room would never happen.
I'd be with Carly.
It's okay, buddy. I don't know.
You're okay.
Yeah, because I think about that.
That's what you would tell yourself, like, stay with Carly.
Because I think about that, like, if I never would have worked it Against the Grain, I never would have met Whitney.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, just a weird, it might, like, be a terrible thing. The only thing that I can think that I would tell my younger self that wouldn't completely, fundamentally change the people that I've met, like my wife and kids and whatnot, would be like, hey, just make more movies. Don't like literally, it's a very little thing of like, you enjoy doing it. You've always enjoyed doing it. Nothing is ever going to come of this, and it's fine.
You say that, but what if something did come of it, and then like you totally fundamentally, you know? I think any advice,
but then
you
we're
could
like
give
butterfly
yourself,
effect, you know what I mean?
Of course, yeah. But I think any sort of advice that you could give your younger self, if your younger self could see your older self giving yourself advice, like
I would say,
I think you would listen to it more than you would from a random.
But I also that is not to say, because I have like a ton of regrets.
Sure,
but it's things where it's like, would I change it? Like, I don't know, because do I still end up here? Sure, fine. I'm happy with mostly where I'm at. Things could be better. They could be a whole lot worse.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be a like fuck all the like
get paid, get laid, Gatorade.
Thank you. Somebody had to say it.
I'd actually
did they?
I would say buy Bitcoin.
Oh, sure. Yeah,
that's actually all I would say. Buy Bitcoin.
And you're like, what? I'm going to go back to brewing beer.
Some fat fucking balding dumb motherfuckers like, oh, you
yeah,
future. Like, no.
Some guy that had asked me to call him the Ranger and had a hood over his head at the corner of the bar and said, buy Bitcoin.
Anyways.
Something that's really fucked me up in the last like 18 months. What?
What a transition.
Yeah. Ding ding, serious bell. Something
I don't know. Before we go, I don't know. I just like when you said that, I just imagined my older self telling my younger self like Lord of the Rings facts, and I'm just like sitting at a bar. Great. You know what I mean? And just where he's just like, oh man, he broke his toe and he kicked it. It's just like, yo, get this fat fuck away from me.
I want to change my answer. I would just, if I saw like 17-year-old me, I'd be like, hey, they're gonna make a series called The Mandalorian, and it's gonna be awesome. But before that, it's going to suck so hard. And I'm just going to disappear and not have any other context. Like, the fuck is that guy?
Something that's really fucked me up in the last 18 months is, I don't know, it's from a book or something. I just, you know how much I read or whatever.
All the time.
Is I would tell myself, don't assume that you're bothering people. And I think about this recently a lot too. I just had a conversation with somebody who doesn't know anything about sales. They reached out, blah. But that line came to mind because you have all these preconceived notions. What if I'm bothering them? What if they're having a bad day? What you're loading yourself up with all these, like whenever I'm going to call a customer or whatever, like it could be their daughter's bar mitzvah that day or bat mitzvah, that whatever. And just let all that go. Like up until the point of someone saying fuck off and die, you are not bothering unless you're getting like other vibes otherwise. But for initial reach outs, conversations, whatever, there's been so many times where I've just like stood idly by at parties or events or whatever. I'm like, nah, fuck all that shit. Like all these people are still humans. Like nobody's cooler than anybody else. Don't assume that you're bothering people is exactly what I would tell myself. I think about that a lot.
Yeah.
You are kind of bothering me.
Okay. Well, so
I get what you're saying though. Just like make the, I don't know, like,
yep.
No, I'm good.
I'll take that.
I guess.
Sorry, Tim was giving out beers. You got that bottle over there?
I didn't ask
anybody.
for this. This might be the end. That might be it.
That's how, anytime you give Dad a gift, that's what he says, and then he takes it back.
Dude, I don't know if I told you this. Sorry, David. I'm not trying to discount what you just said. I agree with that.
Well, thank you for validating my feelings.
Could you open my beer?
Oh, Christ. Yeah, sure.
I don't know if I told you this. Dad was asking me, he was like, hey, did you make another pizza video? I couldn't find it. And I was immediately validated of like, holy shit, Dad's watching my YouTube channel. Cool. And I was like, oh no, I missed a week because I was, I was sick and blah, 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 blah. He goes, how many views do you have? I was like, I don't know. I don't really keep track of that. I've got 98 subscribers right now. And he goes, that's not a lot.
Thanks, Dad.
Yeah, I was like, and I just go,
Like, started so wholesome.
yeah, I know.
Like,
He goes, that's not a lot. And I just go, well, it's more than you have. And he was like, well, I guess that's fair. I'm like, Dad, what do you, I don't care. He was like, well, when do you start making money off of it? And I was like, Dad, I'm not gonna, I need 1,000 subscribers before you can monetize. I was like, Jesus, 1,000? I was like, that's nothing. Have you been on YouTube?
Yeah.
Nope.
Like, yes, he has. He lives on YouTube.
Maybe. Okay.
And yeah.
By the way, so before we keep on going with that, if you guys had any other feelings on that topic, but are you going to do anything? You know, you're on 98 subscribers. Like, are you like...
I told myself that if I ever hit 100 subscribers, I will actually... Like, I have a Patreon. There's nothing on it. Like, I just have the account. And I was like, oh, I'll make a Patreon. But as I approach that, it's a thing where I'm like, and offer what exactly? Like, it's, you know.
A direct exclusive to the podcast
that
you're part of. You're like, they're like, the pizza reviews are pretty good. That podcast is like
Crazy,
really fucking weird, dude.
it's all shot.
hyper
It's all shot in
offensive.
fisheye, too.
Super wide angle.
On the fan.
Yeah, I
On a
won't edit
blade.
this, and you can. I'm like, you would just set up a camera on the. You might as well set it up on the fucking.
Yeah, I've thought it like, I don't know, if there's something extra that I could offer. I don't feel right taking somebody's money, and not like giving them something for
give up
it.
on that. Like,
Well, I mean, at least in a creative kind of, I don't know. It's just a weird thing, but I'm also like, I don't know. Fuck it. I'll do like what Knowledge Fight does. And be like, hey, if you like this, you want to see more of it, give me $2. You don't have to. And if you don't, I'm still gonna keep doing it. Like that. It's
yes.
So yeah, I think that's. But as of right now, I don't. The only future plans I have.
What you could do is upload some like behind the scenes shit or
There
like,
isn't any.
Like, there's nothing edited out of your
Oh
shit.
yeah, but it's not like behind the scene. It's a lot of like, it's so I don't know if you all have watched the one that I put up yesterday.
I did.
It was Pizza Hut, and right when it starts, I'm like Pizza Hut. That is because I was like, okay, I need to find the level and whatnot, and like, okay, I have to speak out loud before I just start talking to the camera because I'm the only one in the room. So it's weird. But it would be stuff like that, but it's not. I could maybe cut it together in something kind of funny. I leave some of that in because I think it's like in the end of that video, if anybody made it to the end.
I did. I like whenever people do have I would call it like maybe like a double take or something like that. Whenever I don't remember,
I was looking at the score. I couldn't remember and I didn't think to like, oh, look in the monitor, idiot. Like it's on the screen. And instead I had to look at the.
I have not made it to the end yet. I was listening to it on the way over here, and then Elijah called me, so I talked to him, and I invited him over to the podcast, and then he was like, "No, my fucking baby's sick for like
ever."
This poor kid, dude. Like, I think every single month since this baby has been alive, he's been sick, like legitimately.
Is he okay though?
Yeah, he's fine. Yeah, but
Also,
the baby
maybe
has like
You're like, no, dude, it's bad.
Yeah, like
We're gonna talk about it on our podcast.
I wouldn't have brought it up otherwise.
Yeah.
But, the baby's fine, but his other daughter now has an ear infection, so I'm just like, Jesus Christ, dude. They're going through it.
They should take their pants and their underwear off when shitting.
100%.
Yeah,
that's the problem.
Follow me for more.
I always leave my undies on while shitting.
Every time.
You know what he told me though is he comes out of the fucking little pee hole, dude. So
my man, my man.
But now it's wrong. Like,
apparently so.
He's got to come over the top.
All of my pants have butt flaps. So I just
you
hold on.
Tuck it behind you and piss?
No, when I'm pooping.
Oh,
do you all have any like? So the only long underwear that I wear anymore is a union suit, a union suit, like old timer prospector, and it has a butt flap. Have you ever tried to shit through a butt flap?
Fuck
No, because I'm a grown up.
It is not okay. Look, I gotta.
How cold's your house?
My bathroom is cold in the winter.
Put a space heater in there.
I do now, but
Before I never thought of it. So I buy
no, I just
how long
I
are you
didn't have
in
one.
there to like? What is wrong with you?
What?
How long are you in there?
No, I mean, long enough.
You're like, God, it's so cold. I need to put long johns on to go take a shit.
No,
You
I
guys don't
had
have
the
a
long
shit-
johns on.
What I'm hearing is you don't have a shit jacket. Is what I'm hearing.
I do not
Is that
have
like a
shit
smoking jacket?
Yes.
But yeah.
What, I'm not getting dressed for the occasion. I am already dressed.
You have a bathrobe that's
Like,
like tail cut.
That's also, my bathroom is cold, but the idea that I'm like, hey guys, sometimes I'm wearing clothes and I will come inside and be like, I have to shit, but I don't
Then
like.
you put the long johns on.
Yeah. My most embarrassing moment is
Clara, get the shitting jacket. It's frigid in here.
Anyways, it's weird. That's all I was getting at.
I mean,
Strange. It's the sensation of taking a shit while wearing pants. Essentially, is weird.
no, you've definitely had an accident.
That's not the same thing.
You for surezies have had some shit particles.
but that's not the same
Can
thing.
you wipe front to back? With the fucking.
Here's ultimately what I would
You
get.
gotta stand up.
Here's what I'm getting at. It becomes a thing where you're like,
I gotta take a shower.
You get to that position, and then you're like, this whole thing's got to come off. This whole thing has to come off,
and then you're cold.
And then
you're freezing. And now, what are you doing? You get completely naked to take a shit.
So
yeah,
back
if
to
I'm wearing my union suit,
Isn't he that one on Instagram? It's like the like onesie unitard. It's
Yes.
this dude. It's like, oh, so you never have to worry about your shirt not being tucked in. And the top comment is, oh my God, I can't wait to shit my pants and shirt at the same time.
But
Moving on.
I'm still stuck on the advice thing for myself. It would be the one that I mentioned before. Don't assume that you're bothering somebody, and calm down. Calm down. Just calm down.
Yeah.
Calm down. I know it sounds and feels like the world is exploding. Tim probably, maybe both of you for age of children, like maybe examples in your children's lives they come home from a thing and it feels like the world is exploding.
Yeah.
It's like Jessica looked at me weird. Or,
I think that's just hormones, to be honest with you. I mean, especially going through like with the teenagers that I have right now, it's like everything is the end of the fucking world right now. So
you're like, have
Get
you
some
had
hormone
alcohol?
yeah,
There it is.
that's what they're for, right?
Time to introduce them to weed and whiskey.
yeah. Y'all have had what we call a fat nug.
Actually,
Yeah.
ever had
That's what I would tell my younger self.
Smoke nuts.
Smoke weed. Just fucking smoke weed. So
God, I
calm the fuck down
yes.
and smoke some fucking weed.
But the one him getting mad when smoking?
Well, Alex was like he was fucking like
very
straight edge on weed for whatever.
yeah.
Yeah, it was so weird.
If I ever catch you smoking
granted,
weed.
I know. Hey, man.
Yes, I was high. Yes, I drove his girlfriend at the time. Yes, that turned out to be his wife and baby mama. Sure.
Allegedly.
But, legally so, but like whatever.
I'll tell you what, I was that way on weed for a long time, but most of that was because of my mom, and they grew up during the reefer madness bullshit and all that, where it's like, if you smoke anything, you're gonna go fucking crazy, and
there was to be honest, a lot of that came from I'm the oldest in my family, and my dad was very Reagan is God.
No crowd surfing.
I mean, actually, my first concert ran later than I thought it would. Oof. It was at Jillian's. I went and saw Sum 41, and my dad came in looking for me and got in the pit looking for me, and I wasn't anywhere around it. And he was like, "I'm glad to see that you were kind of like low key in the back." I'm like, he didn't say low key. He's not cool, but it's
dab it up.
Sucks that you weren't a sussy baka from the pit, dude.
The thing of like dad, and then we have an older cousin. They got into some drug trouble, which honestly, in the realm of things, not really any trouble. Like, got picked up. Had to go to court, was like, hey, you're on probation for like 2 weeks for real. Okay, straighten up. And then it was like,
it was a literal slap on the wrist. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, quite, it was just,
but how mom and dad told her like, dirty birds circling the house, SWAT team blows the door off the hinges.
Yeah.
Give us the ounce.
Open up.
They got raided. There's those aspirin on the ground. Like, yeah. And so it was
Shut that goddamn dog up.
Yeah. But that's what,
He
so
expelled? No.
No. Graduate. It was just, it was.
I don't know. I never asked.
And that's the thing. I don't know if he actually ever got in any legal trouble. Genuinely, I'm not sure. It doesn't matter though. Point being, it was just like this bullshit rhetoric from my dad and people he ran around with, like people in our family that were absolute fucking idiots when they were younger, and so they were like, "You better never be like me," and it just trickle down
while
and,
drinking and driving.
It's
Lynn, take the wheel. I'm pouring shots.
I got all that shit from my mom, and then my stepdad was just he just kind of like went with it because she was very anti. And then I've come to find out like he literally was growing it in his closet, it's
a thing where I don't know, like my kids have always been around alcohol. They don't know about the weed in our house, but they will. Like I
made that weed cookie at your house at one time.
Dude, that was really funny. I'll tell you that story here in just a minute.
Nice.
But I don't know. My whole thing is if you it's only taboo because you made it taboo.
Right.
Like alcoholism is bad.
Real bad.
Having some beers.
Real bad.
Right.
Yeah.
But like it's if you make this thing like, I mean, we've all had that, whatever it is, whether it's, booze or weed or
hentai,
porn, whatever.
I was going to say it goes full circle to telling your younger self to calm down.
Yeah.
calm down.
Yeah. It's not that big of a deal.
Because I definitely drank
Also,
myself through some
watch
problems,
way more
caused more
hentai,
problems.
Yeah. Like
watch way more hentai.
get into tent porn a lot like sooner than you do.
It's like camping and stuff.
Yeah, that's
banned
short for
200
tentacle.
sovereign
Anyway,
countries.
my sister said that to me at one time. So the next
She's
one,
way funnier.
She's
than
a
you.
sovereign citizen.
I like both of these. Like she's way funnier. Also, she's
She's not
crazy.
driving.
She's
She's traveling.
yeah, I'm seafaring from one place to the next. Anyway,
Maritime law,
so I mean, like I don't know. I feel like we're all going to say restaurant or something, but like. If money was no object, what project would you work on? Was the next one.
My house, honestly.
Gay. Moving on. Tim. All right. So, just kidding.
Expanding my adding to the second floor. I don't know why when they built onto the second floor. I mean, there's a ton of roof to the back that they didn't just
Cover the gross roof.
I mean, yeah, I would do that. I mean, yeah, I would put if money was not an issue, I would put a lot in my house to make it.
It's gonna be the most like fucking dad conversation ever. We're gonna say like lawnmowers, mini split AC units, and like more 240 lines around the house or whatever.
So these are things that you brought up, which means you've thought about them.
No. No, I
240 lines?
Yeah.
I like electricity.
My PS5 Pro can hook up to the 240 line. I bet you it does.
I still like
that doesn't
asking about the dishwasher you got. No, I automatically it was like a 220 line, and I was like a 110. Could you imagine a dishwasher a 220 line?
I don't. Not even commercial lines until you get to like the conveyor belt.
Yeah,
maybe I don't know.
Tim, what would you work on?
Did we mention 240 lines or?
Also, I don't know you mean a 220?
That's what I said.
No. I mean, mine's European on like 50 hertz wave.
Okay,
Yeah.
I was about to ask. I was like, is that
Anyone know what these cycles in Europe? Oh, never mind. Lee's gonna be fucking dying that one in
well, it's
Colorado.
measured in ohms.
Yeah.
No, it's a constant.
Ohms. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Tim, what would you work on, dog?
All right, let's wrap it up. No. I mean, it's kind of an easy cop out, but like, I think I would do a food truck. Like, if money was not an object, I don't think I would ever do a restaurant. Like brick and mortar scares the absolute fuck out of me.
Even if money was no option.
Yes, yeah, it still scares the shit out of me. Because the amount of
it might be haunted.
Yeah, scary ghosts. Demon possessions.
Hey man, I'm not gonna lie. Going down to the basement at the old restaurant where you worked seemed kind of creepy. Walking through that whole place at like where we weren't playing D&D, I'm like, I don't like it. Like, it's spooky.
Yeah, that's actually where we would go down and like make the pasta and shit. Like, because it was.
Is that a euphemism?
You just no. So anyway,
cooking meth, making the pasta.
Yeah, no, I would do a food truck because, like I said, brick and mortar scares the shit out of me. I just know the amount of time and effort that goes into a brick and mortar, and like a food truck, I feel like is more manageable, and then you could like pick up and go somewhere else and change the scenery and all that, and just like I would do a food truck. I think if money was no object.
What about you, Alex?
I would
open a brewery.
No. Nope.
I would be a large business owner.
Yeah, corporate ladder, man. No, I would make like more movies and stuff, but specifically like the stuff that I am doing, but more narratives, but with the people I want to. Like, I wouldn't want to be quote unquote professional about it.
Sure.
because that I've made that mistake, and so it's like, man, I really like home brewing. I should make this my career, and that's a bad idea. And that, or I love the idea of like owning and running a movie theater.
Yeah,
that'd be
I think that'd be fun.
Oh.
Yeah,
But again, like you don't have to make money. You don't have to worry about like it's just like, oh yeah. I think like I love that idea.
Show
of, like,
classics.
Oh, yeah, I would show like both. Like, oh, this looks really cool, and like a 6-screen, 8-screen theater, nothing nuts. Have a cool lounge bar, something.
Yeah, the one in New Albany is starting to do that now, where they show like new movies, but they're also showing classics.
Yeah.
They do throwback cinema, and they're doing anime now too. They did all the Studio Ghibli movies and all that stuff.
Is that Regal?
No, it's not. It used to be Regal. It's something different now.
Because I know that there's a couple theaters in Louisville do the same thing. It's like all the same owners, but
Right.
like they're programming different movies at each place, I believe.
I don't remember who bought it.
What about you, Davey Wavy?
I would buy Twitter. I'm kidding.
Gravedigger, dude. What? Like I had Monster Truck.
Yeah, y'all fucking lazy. I'm ripping over Tim's food truck in Gravedigger.
Hell yeah.
Obviously. I have
money's no object, so I could like wipe the tears with the $100 bill.
Yeah, you were like, go get another one.
Mars,
Dude, fucking
I guess. I
ruined
don't
prep
know.
again. Probably just mini split AC system throughout the house.
Running on 240 lines.
Well, usually they're 110s just to make it doesn't matter.
What's that expensive electric lawnmower company? Ego or Ego or
That's what
That's
I have.
Waffles.
Yeah,
1G?
you would just get like
No, they make a mini bike now.
yeah
It takes
they
the same
do. Yes they
battery.
do.
Yeah, they do.
Okay, Ego, if you're listening, product
The fact
review.
that you think in any fucking world.
They might. We could send it to them.
Ego, hear me out.
Yeah.
I will review your 7.5 and your 12 milliwatt hour fucking.
Do you realize if they listened to
Honestly, well, we've been
any
in for.
seconds of this podcast,
Maybe-
they would never send us anything?
They might have made
Why?
it 50,
Why?
58
Oh, yeah.
minutes into this
It's
one.
like the Joe Rogan Experience on Spotify, and then under it's like you might also like, and then us.
We should reach out to Tushy.
I like that.
Yeah,
That'd be good. We could all get bidets.
Hymns.
Yeah.
Do they sponsor a lot? Of podcasts?
No, not really. I mean, so we got
ZocDoc.
like, we got
Nate,
like
will you look into that for
ZocDoc.
us?
We got BetterHelp.com.
What the hell
we
is
got
ZocDoc? Better help, yeah, for sure. I think there's a.
What about the
scandal with
Squatty
them.
Potty? Well, let's get sponsored
They
by the
don't,
Squatty Potty.
but they don't really.
They don't really do a lot of pushes.
Maybe.
When you use the Squatty Potty, you ain't gotta push. The shit's just
Squatty Potty, reach out.
falls out.
Squatty Potty, we can guarantee you a
We'll use it.
100% uptick in a 30-day turnaround
easy clap. Okay.
for not much money.
How's that for a deliverable?
But if you don't give us money, we will burn you.
We won't shit ever again. Prove me wrong. I'm gonna skip over that one, but I'm gonna say this last one is. Do you have any family traditions?
Not really. I think of.
Yes, a lot.
Do we?
No, well.
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
I'm thinking like this, like mom and dad and the siblings.
Yeah.
We don't really have any family traditions.
I actually kind of side to this. So this has happened recently. I've just like so at a Williamson event, there's like a non-zero chance someone's going to pick up an instrument at some point. Like it hasn't happened recently, but it just like it's burned in my brain that we had like a family meeting at one point where we met like a previous like they're old friends of the family friends, and like they just sang and just had instruments and everyone was just blasting on the flutes or whatever. So like with the Williamsons, some kind of
These mics sound so good.
thank you Tim if you
put $1 in the jar.
guys, if you made it an hour into this podcast, thank you so much for listening. Anyway, so to these good mics, so Williamson's is going to be instruments because like they're musically inclined, and they just have me cook, and like my aunt's behind me going Davy Gravy, and I'm just like, oh, it's Gravy Dave. Okay, it's just it sucks.
Davey
Anyway,
Wavy's gravy. That's what it was.
that's kind of where that comes from, honestly, because like. Anyway,
That sounds.
my dad's current sister, whatever her name is, she would just be like, "We all love Davy's gravy," and I'm just like, "You gotta stop saying that. Stop saying that. You gotta stop with that one." But on the other side, last name Wimp. For real, WIMP, wimp, the wimps, no joke. So on the wimp side, so there's fewer children around, or the children are like tiny infant, little insect babies, because whatever. Before they start forming memories, I'm just like, you can get rid of them now. It doesn't matter, because it doesn't matter at that point. So because they're not going to remember. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So anyway,
what are you advocating for?
David for
post-birth abortion.
Post-birth abortion.
Murder,
up to
whatever you want to call it.
Up to 6th grade or whatever. It doesn't matter to me. Anyway, but on that side, there's been a lot more involvement with games or trivia, or my aunt wants to be festive and pulls out a game to play, and let's we'll take the toilet paper and I'll roll it out, but I'll put a shot glass at the end of the toilet paper, and then you gotta slowly roll it in, or the water in the shot glass will rip the toilet paper in the first one. And I'm fucking just sitting there, just my dexterity is at a 20, and I've got a +5 on dexterity, and I'm just sucks.
You're like, game.
All the while, I just, in the recent past, because I'm going to be 36 in a week.
Yeah.
No, a week on a couple of days. So I'm going to be 36, and I just realized that
depending on when you're listening to this,
if it's the year 3000, I'm dead.
Fine.
Let's assume this lives until the year 3000. But anyway, so
Won't make it past next week.
Something weird about games. Anyway, I just realized that my cousins were kind of cool, and I'm like, they're people with lives, and I like talking to them. This
Here's a question. At what age did you learn that? Because I also, as I've gotten older, have been oh, my family is actually pretty cool. They're pretty all right people. And we kind of all with the exception of the McCartans, everybody's kind of yeah. So our parents are kind of fucking crazy, right? And we're like, yeah, okay, cool. And the McCartans are like, nah, they're actually pretty all right. And I would vouch for that. I think, literally, Jeannie and Kevin are nuts, but I think that's why they're grounded. And they're like, yeah, I don't know, man. Shit happens. What are you going to do about it?
Literally, maybe just a couple of years ago, for real. Seriously, maybe 31, 32.
Question, was it at a funeral?
Well, no, because no one else is laughing as hard as I am.
Well, same, but we still bond later.
Get a reboot card.
Clear search history. David, stop. All right.
Did she have any kill switches? Her dead body voted for Trump? No way. But yeah, I don't know. I don't remember. I'm trying to think. It was it was probably after one of the cousins just wanted to fentanyl it up or whatever, and we were like,
how'd that go?
Well, no, he's still with us, or I haven't seen him in a while. He was fent maxing, and it didn't work out for him.
Is that mid maxing with fentanyl?
Well, I was for example, I'm back on the tirzepatide, so I was saying I was fat maxing before. Similar thing. You can max pretty much.
FatCon 2026, y'all.
You can only see how much weight you can lose.
I
did.
Yeah, I sent at least Tim and Tyler the fat cons.
Oh, yeah.
The fat conventions that celebrate your obesity.
Is that real?
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
Take it.
We're all going next year.
Yeah.
Just want to point it out.
I already got his backstage.
Do they check at the door or something?
Oh, yeah.
Your BMI?
Yeah.
Probably. Yeah.
Wait, do they do do they just
Caliper.
ocular pat down, or do they make you get in a tank?
Listen.
They're water displacement.
I did see a bumper sticker the other day that did say 100% BMI, and I was fucking losing it in the car.
That's hilarious.
That is an awesome bumper sticker.
It's fucking 100%. Sick, dude. I hate it here.
I didn't have that luxury. I grew up with my cousins, and they were kind of my best friends for a long time, and then they became really weird and crazy over time. So
you had the opposite.
Yeah.
Did you finger any of them?
Yeah, just 2 of them.
All right, just the males.
Yeah, just Keith and Josh. Yeah,
they were picking quarters up with their butt cheeks, and
you're like,
no, it was dimes. It was impressive.
Gotcha. Yeah. Buttons.
He's got one of them dime butts. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Yeah. It's like peanut butter in the freezer in there. It's so thick.
What was the question? I don't even remember what the question was.
It said, which cousin would you have sex with the fastest?
The question was,
the answer is
the question was, do you have any family traditions?
Oh yeah, that was what it was.
Yeah.
And David's like,
touching cousins.
Here's the thing.
Well, the smaller ones, they can't get away from me. It doesn't matter.
So it was games. Oh, that's because I had this thought of.
It's a way, like, as in, like, I think the games are there to make everyone feel like we're involved, so that then we would spark conversations via a game to have more of a family moment. I haven't felt the feeling of like family in decades. I haven't felt family in besides my chosen family.
Sure.
Like, you guys here and there, whatever. Like that moment when Tyler's eyes are rolling in the back of his head after a ramen event, and he's just like, this is so beautiful, or what I got, whatever.
No, he's like,
That's a great one right here.
I'm tired. Yeah.
And in that moment, I feel
That's that different
family.
than any other day.
And
It's
I saw 2 feet walking
I smell like ramen.
behind me.
I'm listening. You saw 2 feet walking.
I saw 2 feet on the beach.
And then there was one. Yeah, I knew exactly where you're going with
Thank
that.
you.
Yeah, thank you.
Alex, were you redirecting us, or
I just had a thought of something I think would be a really funny, like, short film about this is where my head has been lately, but of a family, like maybe a Key and Peele skit of a family at holidays doing something fun. They're like, okay, all right, who's got the next game? And it turns into Russian roulette immediately. That would be hilarious. So it just...
no? It'd be funny. It'd be funny if it was the pie in the face game where you're like clicking it, and it's like you're just.
What a fucking bullet! Yeah, bullet just fucking flies.
Like,
out
are
of
you
that.
serious? Like, what? It's
But
a family tradition.
behind it, but like they're like, we're gonna hide it, and it's a fucking like revolver. It's a saw trap the whole time.
So my family, like when I was growing up, we had the tradition of game night on Friday nights, and my mother would just fucking whoop our asses at Trivial Pursuit all the fucking time.
I thought you were just...
Yeah, she just beat us relentlessly.
It was
dog.
fun for her.
Yeah. Just fucking swing on us, dude. Like, all the
game
time.
night, and what that meant was Mom was going to get a belt. And
Mom wore a pig mask and just chased us around.
You ever seen Most Dangerous Game?
Yeah, she was like, I need fucking 2-stroke gas for my chainsaw, please. Like, if you don't mind.
I can't go out. Tonight's game night. Like, okay, why is Tim being all weak?
Yeah, it's just like single tear rolls down my fucking cheek.
Trying to escape the house for Mommy can get the saw started.
She had a chainsaw chain just off the bar, and she would whip it at us.
Hell yeah.
Or what we call Friday night. Yeah, it was great. Yeah.
Game night.
We had pizza rolls.
Ramadan.
Well, you know, dude,
Ramadan?
No, go
I
ahead,
will
Tim.
never forget this. One night, so like my house was like the place to like hang out. Like we everybody would come over and they would just chill and they would spend the night and like all this shit. I remember asking my mom, like we weren't rich, so like when they would stay over, my mom would always like, hey, we don't have any food to feed them or you at this time, so we're just like, cool, well, I'll starve to death, it's fine. But like it's like
Look how you turned out, though. You
I'm not even joking. Yeah, which is probably why I eat everything now. But I remember this one time I was like, hey, it was like JJ, Dennis, Keith, and like there was somebody else there, but like all these people, I was like, hey Mom, is it okay if they stay the night? And she immediately was just like, yeah, that's fine. And I was like, oh, my brain didn't even correlate with like, that's weird. She didn't argue, she didn't do, and it was just like, yeah, that's fine. And then when we woke up in the morning, she gave us toothbrushes and we all had to fucking clean the grout in the fucking kitchen tile
God.
for like 3.5 hours.
That is wholly different from. They would wake up and their bologna is gone.
Mm-hmm.
We would wake up and David was there.
No, David's already there and gone.
Yeah.
It was like,
Lock your doors.
It's so weird because, like, I guess maybe all kids do this. It's like
breaking in there.
friends' houses.
B&E.
the thing is that like you had a curfew, but I didn't most of the time. I don't know if you did, Ty, but
Like in high school?
yeah,
No, I didn't.
like it was
Mom
like,
and dad knew I was a
occasionally-
fuck up.
Well,
So,
I mean,
like,
even me, Mom and Dad would be like, "It's fine." Occasionally, Dad would like be an asshole and be like, "You got to be home by 9:30." I'm like, "I don't get off till 10. What are you talking about?" And Mom would be like, "It has to be 2." I'm like, "Fine, I'll be home at 2." So like 5 a.m.'s rolling around. David's already like called his mom and be like, "I'm staying at Alex's. We just got here," and they never checked in with each other. I guess.
no.
But we weren't even doing anything. We were just like talking to girls that never fucked us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
I call that high school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, hung out in the movie theater parking lot a lot.
A lot.
Dumb as fuck. Like, so stupid. we're going to the movies. What are we going to see? What do you mean? What do you mean?
Well, we saw a lot of movies.
No, we saw a lot of movies. I'm saying like the dudes I hung out with in my class.
Oh yeah.
They would just go and you would do your rounds from the theater to Meyer to Coffee Crossing.
Ugh.
And then just do that. And I was like, dude, this sucks.
We would get like Polar Pops and smoke cloves and shit, and just normal shit. But
smoking cigarettes is cool, dude.
yeah, that's what I was told by my earlier self was like, start sooner. Nicotine rips. So
we would go to the dollar theater and like we would literally like buy a ticket and then you'd go buy like a large popcorn. So it was like $6 total at the time. And like we just literally stay there all fucking day and just like watch like 6 movies. We just come out with like shift change. Could I get a refill on this popcorn? And they just yeah, sure.
I remember we tried to go see Freddy vs. Jason at the Dollar Theater, and they wouldn't let us because we weren't 17.
Yeah, they tried to stop us too. We didn't care.
I mean, you just charged like you went to buy tickets and they said
no. You just buy a ticket for someone else and then you just went in.
We couldn't do like we had. That it was 4 screens, and it was
I think
thing.
This one was only 8.
We even had a joke of like one of us was going to walk in who hadn't been there yet, and it was like
20,
can
like
I
my
get,
age.
Can I get 6 to Freddy vs. Jason? A 20, just like my age. And like, it's also like, you know how fucking crazy it is to ask a 14, 15-year-old to be like, "Can I see some ID?" Like, what?
It's a movie. I mean, like.
You work at a dollar theater.
Yeah, for a dog, it's 50-cent day.
Yeah.
like,
that was always why we went there.
Lady, you're 4 years older than us.
They did not give a fuck, dude.
Yeah.
It's just like we didn't even try and hide it. Like I'm like, hey, I'm gonna hop into that movie theater over there, and they're like,
change my diaper first.
Did you ever get kicked out of a theater?
Yes, yeah, I'd have.
it's not
we got
one
detained.
Movie. It's not good one movie and got fucking detained.
We got detained for fucking Napoleon Dynamite.
Huh?
No, we were coming out of a theater one time, and we were like standing there just conversing. I'll never forget this poor fucking kid walked up to us. We had to be like 20 or 21 at the time. And this kid, he couldn't have been more than like 16 years old. And like in my head, he didn't sound like this in real life, but in my head, I hear like the Simpsons guy that's like, you know, like when he walked up to me. So he walked up and he's like, you all, and this was exactly what he said to us. You all can't stand here. You need to vacate outside. And I was like, first off, vacating and outside are the
I'll get
exact
arrested
same
for
thing.
vacating outside.
Yeah. I was like, I can vacate.
My
and I can
dad
go
did
outside.
outside this gas station.
And he's like, please just leave. And he's just like, we were like, all right, dude, we're not gonna fuck with this kid. So like, they literally made us like leave, and they there was like 4 of them that escorted us out. We were literally just standing there talking after the movie, after we had already paid for the movie, saw the movie, everything.
Dude,
Dylan
Vacate outside.
Dylan passing out in the theater because he was so drunk was pretty fucking funny. In high school, our buddy he just smacked. I don't know why. We were in high school, but he passed out in the theater, and we were just like whatever, and left him. Didn't try and wake him, nothing. I don't know if they didn't clean the theater that night or if someone found him and was like, I'm not fucking with
it's probably like last screening. They were like, that sounds like an opener's problem.
Yeah, kind of. Dylan woke up.
Who closed?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Who's the kid here?
I don't remember who I was with, but they got a phone call from Dylan's mom at like 1 a.m. Like, have you seen Dylan? We're like,
It's like, no, he's dead.
We went to the movies with him, but we haven't seen him since then. Dude, the cops are looking for him. He said he woke up and was like, hello? Like, and his phone was dead. And the only reason that the cops came is because he opened the door and the alarm went off.
Yeah.
His fault. I mean,
we went to the theater one time. My buddy Charlie, like we were all sneaking in candy as you do, and he literally walked in with a fucking bucket of chicken from KFC.
Oh, dude.
we did that.
I'll never forget it. He walked up, and the guy was like, "Oh, you can't bring that in there." He goes, "Okay, stop me." And the guy just looked at him, and he just walked right by him and went into the fucking theater.
Claire and I,
Yeah, he was literally handing out chicken to like people in the theater.
I knew Clara was going to be the one because we used to go to Wendy's and buy food before we'd go to the movies in college. And there was definitely more than one time when like people around us are looking at us like, are these motherfuckers like eating a meal? It's like, yeah, it's called dinner and movie. I'm sorry, you're dumb. And
we did that in high
I'm sorry you
school.
can't fit a full paella down right now.
We get like 50 nuggets, couple burgers. I just be like, all right, kick it back.
Well, it used to be like $6.
Yeah. Movies used to be $6 too.
God.
I
I remember when movies went to like $9 and I was like, you gotta be fucking kidding me.
For Whitney and I to go to the movies, just tickets, a popcorn, a split, and 2 drinks, it's like $50.
Dude, that is straight up 10 things I hate about you math.
What?
He has the whole thing. He's like, all right, so take her to the movies. That's $20, and she's gonna want popcorn, so that's 50.
Yeah,
and she's probably gonna want
dude. It's seriously, it's like
$100.
It's like $50. Like, because tickets are like $15 if you don't go at matinee.
I like matinees.
I do too, but I have a baby. It's hard to get a sitter in the middle of the day.
Welcome to the back half of the podcast.
Diner
this is
culture.
literally
Diner
like-
culture.
Don't.
Tim went to the bathroom, so we're like, stall.
Yeah, we're like, and you stretch it out.
I'm cool with diner culture.
Well, something about speaking of that, something about like last episode, I feel like the weather was like did a hard shift in between, or we were all feeling sick or weird or whatever. I mean, I'm still happy we did it. The weather again this week, fucking crazy, and just such an energy drain. So, I'm happy we did this one as well, just because it's I don't know.
It's supposed to be almost 80 next week.
For real? Mm-hmm. Jesus Christ, man.
It's
That's
normal.
fucking nuts.
It's normal to have snow and 80-degree weather in March.
It is in the Ohio Valley.
It snowed yesterday. Yeah.
Not even here is it normal.
We should
It's
get out
pretty
of here.
normal.
Yeah, I'm going to bed.
Yeah, with the
So we're not
energy-
talking diner culture.
That's where I cut it right there, right?
Maybe.
How's the song go that we?
We don't do an exit song. We literally just go bye and that's it. Yeah.
Anyway, so
All right.
anything you do
wait.
this week? Well, it's Thursday, but you know what I mean. Like
I get off work at 1:00 tomorrow. That's tight.
PM?
anything you're gonna do to be better than last week?
Yeah, actually, yeah.
What do you think?
I'm being more patient with myself, especially around the house and stuff with the dogs and the baby, and I'm not letting things get to me as much.
Good
Noble,
for you, man.
Noble.
Yeah.
What do you think about that, Tim?
I think it's great. As far as me being better than this week, I mean, I'm pretty fucking exceptional at everything, so I don't really think that I could
Agreed.
possibly be better at anything in my life.
I concur.
Except for maybe like being more patient with my wife.
I like that.
Yeah.
I'll take it. Alex, what do you think about that?
I'm taking it to the edge, like to the limits. I'm kind of like every time I'm like, that's the last beer. I'm like, actually, is it? Like, get a shot, dude.
I like that.
One more round.
You're doing a +1 run to everything.
Yeah.
At the,
Yeah.
Well, it's like, do you need 8 pieces of chicken? No. Probably need 12.
yeah, I like that. I need to get back in the gym. I keep telling myself that.
I went back to the gym today for the first time in like 2 months.
How'd you do?
I'm hurting,
Yeah.
but
It's like physical therapy, if I can separate
Literally.
those words. in a sense.
yeah.
No, it really is. Yeah.
Next week,
Not physical therapy.
Next week will probably be easier though, because we do have the time change on Saturday.
The great change.
We'll start then. No, I'm kidding. But I just something to think about. Just like, we're all here living our lives. We go back to our homes and look at our fridges and go, no Pop-Tarts in there, and then we just repeat, and then just whatever you guys do.
Is that what you do every day?
I mean,
when you say Pop-Tarts, you mean like ravioli?
We're gonna toast these churros again.
every time. I don't know. I was just like, it's fun to mix in a little bit of like, we have like squirt talk, and then we'll have like serious talk, and we'll have like,
We are
diary.
literally the George Carlin of podcasts.
Thank you. Someone had to say
No,
that.
nobody can do that.
I like that.
But
I do.
That's
I
a
like
bold
that.
statement.
It really is. Is it true? No, but I like it.
we're gonna fuck off out of here.
We're
so
gonna get out of here.
I got
Thanks
a
for
good outro song.
thanks for listening to this one. Alex is gonna tune us out. So here we go.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Right after Alex figures it the fuck out.
No, my
Tyler, say goodbye.
my damn thing.
Goodbye.
It's
Bye, baby.
Bye, bye, baby.
nothing sounds better.
So, guys, diner culture.
Helldivers.
We're gonna go.
Oh,
ahead
yeah,
and,
diner
Yeah,
culture.
we're gonna.